All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I thought I would start early today because I have a couple of errands I have to go do. And I know the earlier that I do this, the more likely somebody is able to see it. So, we have our sneak preview video where you can have the opportunity to make an offer on any of the comics I'm about to show you, which will be for sale in my live auction on this Sunday. I believe that's the 10th. At 4 p.m. and that's Eastern time. So you do not have to wait for the auction, because if you give me an offer that I cannot refuse and is a fair offer, I will absolutely accept it. You could pay for it right away, or you can do the payment plan. Payment plan is $599 or more for the comic. You can do up to 4 months payment plan with no interest. You do have to make the first payment right away in order to hold the comic. There is one comic at the end, because I always go from the least valuable to the most valuable. The most valuable book in this is going to be in the multiple thousands of dollars. And I'm actually going to be willing to use this one as trade bait for one of the comics you see on the bottom of the screen scrolling by from my AI art. Which, by the way, I would love to hear your opinion of my AI art. You could put that in the comments section if you're not watching this live, or you could put it in the comments section, well, the live chat, if you want to be a part of that. Many people are on here right now because I originally said this was going to be at 1 o'clock, but like I said, I have some errands I got to do. So the last comic in here, I will give up to a year with no interest to make 12 payments for the book, because like I said, it's multiple thousands. But if you see when you see the book, it's definitely something that people may acquire, and it's not something that's for sale often on eBay. Matter of fact, I haven't seen any either selling or sold. And if you look at higher numbers, it's a golden age comic. If you see higher numbers of this book, you're talking anywhere from $4,000 to $12,000. So it's in that kind of range. But that's the last one. But that one I will allow up to a year for no interest payments for that book. The rest of them that are $599 up, I'll allow up to 4 months for no interest. All right, so if you look in the live chat, you will see I posted some information. If you see any books today, and I'm not going over them in full detail, I'm just showing the book, telling the significance and the grade. When I do the auction is when I'll go into further detail, but obviously if somebody wants more information on it before they consider an offer, they can contact me. But let me give the information right now. I do accept Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Also, you could send money orders, or you could send cash. Anybody that sends cash or meets me in person to pay cash, I've had people do that, and I've had people mail me cash. It's guaranteed. What I always recommend, anybody mailing me either a money order or cash or anything, make sure you send it registered mail signature verification with a tracking number. So this way, neither one of us have to worry about if it was either ever sent or got lost, or when basically when it's arriving. You make sure you cover your bases. But anybody that pays cash, it's a 5% discount no matter what the price is. If you pay with a money order, I'll throw in a free comic. So there's always benefits to those things. And you can ask many people that have ordered from me with the either money orders or paying cash. You're going to get your books right away. They're going to be well protected. You're never going to have to worry about a comic being placed in a manila envelope. I make them basically bomb-proof. And, you know, knock on wood, not one comic has ever been damaged in the mail. So I take care of it, and I always do priority mail. I will ship out internationally. Domestic shipping is $19.99 per comic for one graded comic. $3.50 each additional, and $21.99 for Hawaii and Alaska, and $49.99 internationally, because they're going to charge a lot more than that. Usually it's like $50 to $60, but I'll pay the difference. So if you want to write that information down, I do not know if anybody's here right now because it doesn't show me anymore. If you want to hit the like button, that's great. But let's put on the video camera. I'm not going to tell any prices. I'm not going to go into major detail. I'm just going to show the book. The auction is Sunday, this coming Sunday, the 10th at 4 p.m. But if you see something here you'd like to make a bid on or make an offer on, please contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. The one thing I can say, and this is basically holding true even with my last auction, 90% to 95% of the sales of my auction happen either before or after the auction. I'll usually get maybe 2 sales during the auction, but I'll get 4 or 5 before and the majority of them after, because not many people can watch videos live. You know, there's a lot of other live channels. People have to go to work. People have lives, I understand. But this is the way of, especially being my either power viewers or ultra power viewers, you can get the chance to be able to acquire any of these books before the auctions. You don't have to worry about somebody else doing that or somebody else outbidding you or having to spend more money. So let's go over the books. There are 12 books altogether. There's some big boy books here. Like the first 2 I kind of throw in for cheaper books, but 3 through 12 are some pretty big books. And we got Thomas Churchill in the live chat. Silver Age Surfer Comics, one of my moderators, is here. GT Key Comic, he left the comments earlier. I think it was last night when I posted it, so I'm not sure if he's here right now. But he's another one of my moderators. Welcome. So again, if you're interested in any of these before the auction, just contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. All right, first up, a lot of people selling this. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you. Silver Age Surfer did a $10 super chat. That's unexpected. I appreciate that. And he does a like button. So I like that you did that and always appreciate people's generosity. That's always a pleasant surprise. So Silver Age Surfer, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. All right, first book. We have ourselves looking like $1 million. Thank you, Jason. I'm on sale for only $999,995.84. With shipping and handling, of course. But we got Wolverine number 88. It's a 9.4. Now, by the way, the majority of these books were purchased by me raw, and I graded myself, including one of them that is a CGC book. Back in 2015 or 2016, one of the two, when you get to it, and it's a big boy book, something very desirable, because you guys know me, I don't sell garbage, and I don't sell runs, I sell good stuff. This is the worst book, if you want to consider it worst, of the 12 you're going to see. But even the one CGC book was graded by me back in 2016, was not even pressed, because I didn't know that was a thing. Jason says, good luck with the auction, saving up for Bone number 1. Great comic to get. There have been a lot of rumors over the years of that show getting a TV show, and it's deserving of one. And that, to me, is a sleeper pick and very rare comic. So if you can get any of the Bone series, I actually have 2 complete sets of the first print run of that book and almost could make 3 sets. But it's absolutely something I would highly recommend, and books I wouldn't be selling for a while. But we also have Plucked My Last Nerve. Love that name. And I kind of know what you're going through. So he says, hey, I'm here. Welcome. All right, so the first book, like I said, if you are interested in this and you want to make an offer, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. It is Wolverine number 88, which, of course, is the first time that Wolverine and Deadpool meet. We all know that's happening in the Deadpool 3 movie. 9.4 with white pages. If you're interested in making an offer on that one, contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. This, I think, in my opinion, is a sleeper pick. Actually, there were 2 this is a CGC book, but I got this one raw back in 2016, and I sent this in to be graded with CGC back in the days. And this is before I even knew about pressings was a thing. So even though this was never pressed, this is a CGC 9.8 with white pages of Spider-Verse number 1, the first series. This is the 1 in 25 Rodriguez variant. Now, I've already told people, I've been telling people for years that Miles Morales was going to be getting a live-action movie. I was telling people this back in 2016, 2017. And now that's happening. She's going to be next, ladies and gentlemen. So Edge of Spider-Verse 2 is absolutely the best book to get, but books like this are sleepers, and it's now the time to be getting them. Mark my words, because remember, she was also in the Spider-Verse Sony movies, and people liked her, and they did her character very well. So trust me when I say it's a matter of time before she gets her own or is a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or at least a live action. I would say with Sony, but I wouldn't keep my fingers crossed with Sony doing things the right way. But this is, again, even though it's a CGC, it's a book I sent in to get graded years ago. This is before I knew pressings were a thing, and it's still got a 9.8. So would a pressing give it a 9.9? I doubt it, but hey, you never know. If you're interested in that book, you can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, or you can wait for the auction and take your chances there. All right, next up, I have multiple copies of this. This is the time to be selling these, and if the movie does as well as they say it's going to, people are going to be very happy with these books. If this doesn't sell before the auction, I cannot base it on the lowest sale, because a lot of things have changed in the past couple of months, and you'll know when you see it. But somebody did ask for one of these. So we got a New Mutants 98. It is a 9.2 with white pages. So it is, of course, the first appearance of Deadpool, which, by the way, they're actually, because of Deadpool and the reaction, the positive reaction people were getting about the trailer, they're changing a lot of movies coming up in the MCU, and Deadpool is going to be involved in more than what they originally had planned. So if you think Deadpool is only going to have this buzz going for this one movie, you're going to be sadly mistaken. This is one of the books, if it does not sell for the price I'm looking for, I'll just hold on to it and watch it continue to go up. But like I said, I have several copies of this, including, which, by the way, 2 auctions ago, I was selling New Mutants 98 on CGC 9.8, signed by Stan Lee for $24.99. No one bought it. That book's like a $3,000 book now. So when I sell stuff, I'm selling stuff that's on the rise. So if that's a book that tickles your fancy, well, you know, hey, to each their own, but contact me, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. All right, next up, for the Golden Age people, this is a #1 book. It has a first appearance. So if you're interested in adding a Golden Age key book, we have Archie's Pal Jughead, issue #1. It is a 3.0. Again, this is a book that I got graded myself. I bought raw. It is the first appearance of Moose. You know, if you know Archie comics, the athletic, very strong character, his name is Moose. This is his first appearance. It's a 3.0, off-white to white pages. It has 2-inch piece of tape on a spine split. That's why it's got the lower grade. But the tape doesn't do anything. I guess, obviously, somebody at some point added the tape to keep the spine split from spreading. But they don't reduce grade on tape, especially in Golden and Silver Age, and even Bronze Age books. So this was in 1949. Love that it's got a date stamp right there. I actually like that in older books. I can't read the year anymore, but it says December 2nd. So I would assume that is from is it 1945? I think I need glasses. Give me a second. It's 1949. They have it in very small print. But even still, again, Silver Age doesn't start until 1956. So if you're interested in the first appearance of a, I'd say, semi-major character in the Archie universe, there's your chance. 3.0. Next up, comics. This is a CGC book. This is the only book that I bought already graded. I did not grade this one myself. So I don't know if it's ever been pressed. So can a pressing improve it? Not sure. But there's a lot of rumors about this character coming to the MCU. There have been hints about him for a while now. There are people speculating, I mean, especially if they do the Sinister Six, that this character is going to start getting more and more screen time. They haven't showed this character in costume, but this is a CGC 7.5 of Amazing Spider-Man number 29. I believe, yes, this is the second appearance of the Scorpion. So this is a CGC 7.5. Bought this years ago. Off-white pages. This book's starting to hit traction. You're talking a couple of $100 for this book. Easily. So if you're interested in this book, you can call me. Well, if you have my phone number, you can call me. But you can reach me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. This is where the books, these are all the big boy books coming now. So again, the auction is this coming Sunday, the 10th, I believe. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. But this video is for all of my my power viewers and ultra power viewers to have a chance to be able to make an offer on any of these books. And again, any book that's worth $599 or more, you can use a 4-month payment plan with no interest. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, I don't charge tax like eBay does. Also, the last book, which is, it's a multiple $1,000 book. That book, if somebody wanted to, I mean, obviously if they want to pay it in full, they'll get it right away. But I will allow up to 1 year of no interest to make payments each month to be able to acquire that one. Or if somebody's looking to do one of the trades, that book would almost be a 1-for-1 for at least one of the books that I'm looking for. But we haven't gotten there yet. Let's get into, if you're an X-Men fan, this is definitely a book to have. Even though they've already used him in Deadpool, I would not be shocked if they don't use him again. Because remember, he's the brother of Charles Xavier. And we are going to see potentially, I mean, they haven't officially confirmed it yet, even though we know who's at least one of the villains, if not the main villain of Deadpool 3. But this, of course, is X-Men number 12. First appearance of the Juggernaut, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm not selling garbage comics. This is a 4.5, so mid-grade, off-white pages. This is a book I graded well, I didn't grade it myself, but I sent in to get graded myself and was purchased raw. So you don't have to worry about any switcheroos. Another big book. Amazing Spider-Man number 15. First appearance of Kraven the Hunter. I don't play around when I do my auctions. I sell the books people want. So this is a 4.0. So again, about mid-grade. Off-white pages. Kraven movie is going to be coming out soon. Let's hope Sony does something right. But again, movies are not necessary for first appearances or early Spider-Man books to have value. So, movie hasn't come out yet. You never know, but even still, even if the movie bombs, that book is still a desirable book. So if you're interested, you can contact me, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Here's a book. This is my only copy, but you know, when you have bills to pay, you got to sell books that people want. House of Secrets, 92. First appearance of the Swamp Thing. We got a 3.0 with tan to cream pages. So anybody that's one of those people that has to have white pages, they're not going to be thrilled with this one. But hey, for those of you who don't care about the pages that you cannot even see in a encapsulated book, that shouldn't be a problem. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, low grade is always better than no grade. But these books are on the rise. Who knows if they're ever going to use them in a movie or anything. They tried it with the TV show, but they didn't screw it up. They just went over budget and couldn't afford to do it. From what I understand, it was a good show. But, you know, considered a classic cover. So if you're looking to add this in your collection, I wouldn't wait to see it on the auction. Contact me, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. All right, 4 more books. And I can't see how many people hit the like button, but if you do, thank you so much for that. Here's a book. Only 11,000 of these were made. I was lucky enough to get 2 of these. We know the Venom's becoming a big deal and is going to be rumored to be in the MCU soon. This is Venom #1, the gold variant, at a 9.8 with white pages. This is definitely a book to get. Only 11,000 of these were ever made, and it even mentions it on the label. So Venom is, really starting to take hold, and if Venom enters the MCU, this book is going to skyrocket. If this book does not sell at the auction, it will no longer be available for sale. So either before or during the auction is the only time you'll be able to nab that book. So if you want to make an offer, you know where to contact me. All right, last three are big boy books, even though the others I consider big boy books as well. This book I got graded myself back in 2016. This is before I even knew pressings were a thing. I have for sale Amazing Spider-Man number 252, CGC 9.8 with white pages. Like I said, Venom is coming. This is the first appearance of the black costume, tied with Marvel Team Up. But this is the one everybody wants. So I got this one graded myself back in 2016. So this got a 9.8, and it wasn't even pressed. Again, I would never crack out a book like this to try and get a 9.9. Especially these days. But this is another book, if it does not sell at the auction, I think I might give people till the end of the day to contact me. So if you want to add a big boy book to your collection, that's a big boy book. Contact me, peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. Last two. The only reason I am selling one of these, and I don't think I've ever put one of these for sale. I've put the cameo version of the character. But because I have 6 copies of this book, I don't mind trying to sell one to make somebody happy, even though I can just sit on this book and watch it continue to go up and up and up. Now this one has minor restoration, and by minor it has slight multiple tear seals. If you could find where the multiple tear seals are, you could literally just rip those little pieces out, and you now have a blue label book. But I'm going to sell, and it does have, ladies and gentlemen, the Marvel value stamp. Hulk 181, first full appearance of Wolverine. It is a 4.0. It has a green label, but it is restored. They didn't do the purple labels at PGX. It has creamed off-white pages. This is a book I got graded myself, so I can guarantee the Marvel value stamp is in here. This book is a book to get now if you don't own it and you have the ability to get it. Because a 0.5 of this book is selling for thousands of dollars at this point. A page of this book is starting to sell for multiple hundreds. It's not a cheap book, but remember, like I said, any comic over $599, I will allow up to 4 months with no interest to make payments. Last but not least, it has a detached cover, but it has the highest grade possible for a detached cover. If this book did not have a detached cover, it would probably be an 8 grade. But with a Golden Age book, the highest grade you can get for a detached cover is a 4.0, which is what this got. Look up the value of books that are higher in number, that are selling for the multiple of thousands of dollars. I'm going to be selling Submariner, issue number 6. When I say gorgeous cover, and I'll go into further detail the day of the auction, I am also looking to trade this for one of the many comics that I'm looking to acquire. This is one of those you can do a 1v1 trade. Cover is detached. It's off-white to white pages for a book that came out in 1942. I mean, this is a gorgeous book. If it wasn't detached, like I said, this would be at least an 8.0 book. This is an Alex Stromberg cover. And just to show the back really quick, for a book that's about 80 years old, it looks like it's maybe 5 years old. Whoever had this book took care of it. Now, if you want to look at Alex Stromberg Submariner books, this is a very rare book, especially in that condition. I mean, it is gorgeous. The corners, just to show you, look how sharp the corners are. Look how sharp the edges are. Like I said, if it wasn't for the fact that this has a detached cover, this book would have been in the 8s. I'm still happy with a 4.0 for a book from 1942. Off-white to white pages. I am also, if somebody doesn't want to buy this, I will be adding this to the books I would be willing to trade for some of those books that and I'll post right here real quick, because you can also see my AI art right here. Give me a second. If you look on the bottom of the screen, you'll see all the comics I'm looking to acquire. This is one of those books that I can do a 1v1. Now, like I said, if somebody wants to purchase this book, I will give up to 1 year, no interest, to be able to pay this off. And remember, no taxes. Just imagine when you're talking a book that's at least $7,000. And if you think I'm crazy, you'll see books that are higher in number with an Alex Stromberg cover that have sold for about that price. And they're higher numbers, like in the 20s and 30s, that aren't even Alex Stromberg covers. So this is a big boy of a big boy book that I don't know how many people actually could say they own this. So if no one wants to buy this, because like I said, it is expensive, but I want to show people, somebody may have an AF-15. Now, I'm not going to trade a 0.5 AF-15 for this book. It would have to be at least a 1.0. That's the value this book brings. But I would be willing to use it as trade if somebody wanted to make a trade 1v1, or maybe they might need an extra book or so for a book that's much more valuable or higher in grade. But if you're interested in this book, now's the chance to get it. Like I said, go on eBay right now. Look at what the Alex Stromberg Submariner comics. You type in Submariner Timely Comics, Timely Comics, and you'll see they're in the multiple of thousands. I mean, issue number 1 obviously is going to be more, but a 5.0 of issue number 1 is, I think it's on sale for like $55,000. Obviously, this isn't number 1, but issue number, you could find books that are in the 20s that they're selling for like $6,000 to $12,000. So that's the last one of all the books that I'm going to be selling on the auction this Sunday, the 10th at 4 p.m. If any of these are a book you would like to add to your collection, make me an offer. Got to be a fair offer. If somebody, like for example, with Amazing Spider-Man 252, if somebody says I'll give you $400 for that book, after I'm done chuckling, I will thank them and tell them I will have to wait until the auction. So I'm looking for fair market value. Remember, most of these books are going to continue to rise in value. So I don't have to sell these. I could have picked other books, but I want you I want myself to make money because I'm selling these because I have my brakes and rotors need to be fixed, and that's going to be at least $1,000, if not more. And I almost had the money ready to do it, but unfortunately, and it's not a big deal, it's an accident, but a person that sent me a $900 money order forgot to sign it, and I couldn't cash it. And at the time, I had a couple other bills, and I did the old, count your chickens before you hatch. I purchased things knowing that, oh, okay, tomorrow when it's Monday, I'll just go to the bank and deposit this money order, and I'll have money in the account. It ended up, I didn't realize it, but it wasn't signed, and it kind of gave me a $32 overdraft fee. But that's technically my fault for not paying attention. But if I'm going to sell stuff, I'm going to sell stuff that's on the rise. If you don't think Hulk 181, Amazing Spider-Man 252, Venom #1, X-Men 12, and a lot of these others, New Mutants 98, if you don't think these are going to continue to go up, then I would suggest that your ability to speculate needs improvement. So, with that being said, the auction is on the 10th of March. That is Sunday. It is at 4 p.m. These are the ways that I will accept payments. Like I said, if you send me cash or meet me in person to pay cash, which I've had both situations occur, you can get a 5% discount, even on the big boy book. You're talking multiple $100s you'd save if you paid cash. If you send a money order, it's you get a free comic. So I'm definitely making this as an incentive for those things. And if you want to do a trade for any, especially like those last 3 or 4, if you want to do a trade with some of the books I'm looking for, by all means, please contact me. But contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And like I've said, and I'll continue to say it, 90 to 95% of my sales on my auctions happen either before or after my auction happens. So that means less than 10% of the sales actually happen when the auction is happening live. So it's actually funny. I no longer get discouraged if I only sell 1 or 2 books during the live auction, because I usually sell at least 3 or 4 beforehand, and the majority of, I'd say 70% of my auction sales happen after the auction. So I would not, especially on these bigger boy books, if you have the ability to contact me, and I already see I have some emails already, so I'm not going to look at them while I'm doing my video, but I'll check afterwards. I already have people probably sending me offers, so don't wait, especially on the big boy books. So let's do today's surprise subscriber shoutouts. Hopefully you'll be there for the live auction. If you can be so kind, it would help me tremendously. If you have Instagram or Facebook or you have a YouTube channel, if you could please let people know about my live auction coming and the type of books that I am having for sale. And remember, I don't charge tax like eBay does. Your books will be packaged both quickly and extremely secure. Anybody that's ever ordered from me before will praise how I do my boxings. So if you're one of the people that's ordered from me before, put it either in the live chat or put it in the comment section. Let people know. But if anybody can spread this and help me, because like I said, I'm selling these because I have a big bill with my car that I got to take care of, because it breaks. The longer it takes to fix them, the worse the problem and the more expensive the problem gets. Anybody can help share the information, even if you cannot buy a single book or you can't even see the video. Sharing will absolutely help. So let me know in the comment section what you think about the books. Again, I already have a couple of people that messaged me. I haven't read the emails yet, but are interested in some of the books already. So you could take the chance and wait until the auction, but you never know. 1 or 2 might be gone beforehand. Contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And if you see the book scrolling on the bottom of the screen right now in the AI art, I'm looking to acquire any of those books via trade. So if you know anybody that have those books and maybe would like to trade one of them for even like the last book or the last 2 books on this auction, provided they don't sell, have somebody contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And remember, the last book, I would allow up to 1 year of no interest payments. So even if the book went up double in that year span, you're not paying a penny extra. Unless you miss payments. Then if the price has gone up in that time, you'd have to pay the difference. But $599 and up, 4 months no interest. And many people have taken advantage of it. So let's do today's surprise subscriber shoutouts. I have to go with the first one. It has to be Pluck My Last Nerve, because I absolutely love that username. And Thomas Churchill. You are both today's surprise subscriber shoutouts. So let's give our shoutouts a shout out. If you don't know what that means is, once this video uploads, you can place in the comments section either a link to a YouTube video of yours or your YouTube channel if you make YouTube videos. If you don't and you'd rather send people to your Instagram or other social network accounts, you could post a link to one of your social networks. If you don't have that, or you'd rather send a link to something you sell, either on eBay or Etsy or any of those places, I don't care. As long as it's kid-friendly, it does not have to be comic book related, but keep in mind, comic book related items or videos is going to get the attention more of the people that are here. But it doesn't have to be. I mean, you could sell sneakers, you could do videos about video games, you know, you can have an Instagram page that, you know, talks about skateboards you collect. As long as it's appropriate for all viewing audiences, I don't mind sharing and helping my fellow viewers. If you want to hit subscribe, that's great. Keep in mind, if you are one of the people that was picked and you post the link in the comment section, it will not show up right away. It will go automatically into spam. This prevents any dishonest from people, trolls, for example, from spamming links that could take you to maybe a porn site or somewhere inappropriate. So every link that's sent here has to be approved. So if you go into the comments section and interact with people that leave comments, which I hope you do, if you see a link, it means it has been approved. So go give them the support and maybe see what they have for sale, or, you know, maybe watch a YouTube video and subscribe to their channel. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about the comics. Like I said, the first two are the smallest ones and they're still pretty desirable, but we got some big boy books here. So if you're a big boy or big girl and you have the ability to acquire these, contact me before the auction, wait for the auction and take your chances there. Or any books that do not sell, you'll have a chance, depending on the comic, at least until the end of the day, if not towards the end of the week. I give people a chance, because like I said, like probably 70% of the sales happen after the auction, so I want to give that option as an availability as a thank you to my viewers who just may not be available at the time of the auction. So, thanks for the likes if you hit them. Thanks for the subscriptions if you subscribed. And any book that gets sold before the auction, I will post it in a post and let people know that it's no longer in the option. If multiple people make an offer for the same book, I will contact everybody that's messaged me and say, this is the highest price that's been offered. If somebody wants to beat it, we'll do a mini auction that way until somebody says it's too high, or somebody makes me an offer I just cannot refuse. I'll just accept it right then and there. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, it's not you. It is not I. It is we.